One, two, three, four. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Godfather Minute. It's the weekly podcast where we go through the entire Godfather movie, whole Godfather saga, really.
Yeah, we're going to do the whole thing.
1 minute at a time. 1 minute at a time. And we are discussing minute... Oh, yeah. I'm Alex Robinson.
And I'm Andy Robinson.
And we are discussing minute 19.
E minuto numero 19. 19.
E minuto numero 19.
Yes.
Did I get on the first try?
You got on the first time, but
Okay.
just to lock it in, say it with me. 19.
19.
19.
19.
Yeah, you move your hand when you say
19.
19. Doesn't that help?
It does make it come out naturally, more easier. You can have that, right? We were discussing minute 19 of The Godfather. It starts off with the Don staring at Tom as he tells him that the judges sent gifts. Mm-hmm. So it's not a total loss.
Te saludo.
And so it starts off with the Don and the Tom hanging out in there in the Don
in the Tom in the office.
It starts off with them in the office. So. And he's talking about the judges giving. What kind of gifts?
He says they all send gifts, and then he says "te saludo," like congratulations.
Yeah. What kind of gifts do you think they?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Money?
Assume it's cash, untraceable,
just cold hard cash.
Cash with the serial numbers sharpied out, maybe. I don't know.
Be a lot of trouble.
Cash. Well, what else would a Godfather want?
Yeah, what do you get for the Godfather who has everything?
I know, more nickels and dimes in my pockets. Maybe he just wants to be invited over for coffee.
Oh, they got him he has like 20 coffee makers and espresso makers.
You're missing the point. It's not the coffee I want. It's the friendship behind the coffee. What are you at? Open a Starbucks?
So the judges all send gifts. I think they're probably all like boxes that he has to unwrap and everything. If I was the Don, I'd be like, I insist all these packages, I want them wrapped with a lid is wrapped separately so I can take it off without ripping the paper like in the pictures.
And not the way they wrap it on Amazon, where it's all neatly computerized robot wrapped. I want to see that you did it personally, Senator.
And just to show that I'm not a hard man, I want it wrapped in ribbons and bows.
Alex, the Godfather's taking this very personally. This is only business.
This is like the Godfather movie. This is like the Godfather Christmas special where everyone weighs in on
all the classic lines just kind of mashed into one scene.
Totally, yeah. If I was going to do another Godfather, I would totally have characters who never met interact.
Oh, like who?
Like Luca Brasi and Hyman Roth, like that, for
cool.
instance, or Robert De Niro as the Godfather meeting meeting Marlon Brando as the Godfather.
Yeah.
There's all time travel
element
to it or whatever.
It'd be great if Luca Brasi goes to Florida and goes into
It's like a movie. Luca Brasi goes to Florida.
He goes and meets Hyman Roth, and Hyman Roth goes, "Come in, sit down." Look, he just talks to him as if he is Michael.
Yeah,
it's like, "Do you like the football?"
Talks to everybody when they come in like that. So they're only talking for a few minutes, not even a minute, for 10 seconds or so, and suddenly there's like shrieking from outside. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I was imitating what we hear in the movie.
Yeah, it's the sound of Bobby Soxers.
It's hard to imitate several girls screaming at once, unless you have several girls screaming at once.
Yeah, or you can even have several men or boys doing it, but you have to have several.
No, the boys are not doing it. Did you watch the faces on the guys in this scene?
Oh, no, I don't mean that the scene has boys, but you just said it's hard to imitate the sound of girls screaming.
Unless you had several boys.
Well, you could have boys.
Well, why wouldn't you just get several girls to do it?
Let's just say you were like you were at a boys' school, or you're back in Shakespeare time, where girls didn't act in plays and boys played all the parts, like that.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other world of Godfather we can do. All the girls are played by guys. So, what actor would play Connie? Be like,
I would say probably like Jason Schwartzman. because they're
Jason
they're,
Schwartzman.
they're related.
Oh, okay.
So and they both have that kind of
I was going to say either who's the guy, Ray
Romano.
Ray Romano.
Oh, that's great because I could do a good Ray Romano.
Okay, do Ray doing Connie.
Johnny. That was terrible. What was that? I gotta start. Deborah. Johnny, sing a song. Right, you normally can do a good Ray Romano. Deborah, sing a song for us. Come on, Deborah.
Sort of like Kermit.
Yeah, he has that kind of voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Michael, you killed Carlo, and then you waited. No, you couldn't, but you waited for Mama to die.
That's your husband, Deborah. That's your husband.
So I was going to say Ray Romano or Sylvester Stallone, of course.
Oh,
he was highly popular at this time. He would have added value to box office value to this movie if he had played Connie.
Was he popular at this time?
Yeah. Right? Hadn't Rocky come out?
I think this
no.
I think
Sorry.
this is pre-Rocky.
There's way pre-Rocky.
This is
Rocky's mid-70s.
This is the take the money and run. Oh no, what is it? Bananas? Which movie is it
where he's on the subway?
Yeah,
plays the thug. Oh, well, it takes place in the city, so it's probably.
It's that one Woody Allen movie that takes place in the city. Oh boy, I used to be a real expert on this sort of thing, but now it's all clogged up with Star Wars trivia.
Oh, it was in that Woody Allen movie.
I think it was in Bananas.
Revenge of the Dictator. That's right. You're confusing your Star Wars stuff.
I think it was Bananas.
Yeah. Bananas was more of an urban one.
Because also Bananas had that music and then that's the music that's happening when.
And in Bananas in particular, doesn't he get picked on quite a bit? Oh no, let's Take the Money and Run. That's when he starts robbing banks. When he's like the teenager who.
Anyway, if anyone knows the answer, give us a call. Let us know which movie and if Rocky had come out by this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Sylvester Stallone, getting back to your point, Sylvester Stallone would have made a great Connie.
Thank you. Glad we put all that work into that point.
End of sidebar.
Hey, Michael, it's because I need money.
Hey, Paulie, you won't see him no more.
Rocco, get Merle a drink.
Is it Rocco? It is Rocco, right?
Rocco is.
Doesn't Connie say, Rocco, get him a drink, please?
Oh, I don't remember that.
And remember where Merle, that's in GF2.
Yeah. So suddenly it's the arrival of none other than Mr. Smooth Voice himself,
Dun, dun, dun.
Johnny the Complain Fontane. And I like that when he first shows up and all the girls start screaming and they show him coming in, you could see Paulie in the background and he's all laughing at what's going on. So
I noticed that too. He's getting a big kick out of it.
Yeah, my sweet tomato. If I had those girls screaming at me.
And so you hear this, you still see the Godfather and you hear the screams. He's, what's that outside?
Yeah,
that's a great cut too.
What is that outside?
Yeah,
what is that outside?
Yeah, there was in Coppola's production notes. Mm-hmm. He had written how to introduce Johnny Fontane, perhaps a fuss in the backyard that we do not focus on immediately, and then in all caps, Johnny Fontane.
Johnny Fontane. Tom says it's been 2 years since they've seen Johnny.
Yeah.
So, and he's probably in trouble again.
Of course. He's Johnny the Complain Fontane. I have a couple notes when Johnny first arrives. In the book, Puzo writes that Connie is the first to see him, which is a little different than the movie.
Yeah.
Alex, I'm reading the book, and the book is different than the movie.
Really?
The book is different than the movie. The book is different than the movie. The book is different. The book is different. The book is different than the movie. Yeah.
Connie sees him first, and Puzo writes, Connie is first to see him, quote, she forgot her bridal dignity and screamed,
Wow.
Johnny.
How old is Connie at
End
this
quote.
point?
Oh, good question.
I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah, don't know. So
'Cause she's
interesting about
obviously too
losing
old to
her
be,
losing her bridal dignity. I guess at least definitely back then you couldn't scream when a movie star walked into your wedding.
It was, that was definitely considered classless. And it would probably be embarrassing to the dom. Like,
You're a grown woman. Men can act like that. Women can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is, I think this is going back to something you mentioned last week about this being kind of the happiest time.
Yeah.
Because that scene when the Don sees that it's Johnny, he's like beaming with happiness that he shows up. And he says, he's a good godson. And so I think that is one of the few times, I think that and when he's playing with the kid, when he dies, I think those are the only times we see him smiling in the whole movie.
My gosh, maybe.
I mean, other than just kind of like, a mild grin.
Well, there's one comes to my mind when
Which one?
He's asking Michael about Michael's son. He says, yeah, he reads the funny papers. And
Funny papers.
He smiles. Funny papers.
All right, so those are the three scenes that he's the happiest in. That,
wait. There's another one, too, where he's lying in the hospital bed.
And Michael says, I'm here for you, Pop. And he goes, you're here for me.
Remember, he starts smiling.
He just repeats everything someone says to him. They don't realize that he like stroked out. And he just.
I do have another drink. I have another point from the book.
Yes.
Which is kind of funny when Johnny arrives. So this is still Johnny just arriving. The girls are all screaming. In the book, Puzo writes, page 34, quote, Johnny saw with amusement that the blonde young man, so Carlo he's referring to, the blonde young man looked a little sour at no longer being the star of the day.
Oh.
He, Johnny, turned on all his charm, shaking the groom's hand, toasting him with a glass of wine.
Nice.
Hello, Carlo. Interesting. And it makes sense because all the girls are screaming, ah, Johnny.
Yeah, totally.
When he was the man up to this point.
Yeah.
No wonder he goes all sour later in the movie.
She should have had other girls. Come on, guys. Some people scream for Carlo too, just to kind of make him feel better.
Doesn't have the same ring. Carlo.
Yeah. Well, it must be tough for Carlo. I mean, obviously he's a jerk.
Oh, I feel terrible for Carlo.
Well, I mean, is he really? I mean, like. Obviously, he does terrible things in the movie, but everyone does terrible things.
That's
like,
true,
is that worse than beating up some reporters and other? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, that's true. He is the only one you see beat up a woman, I think.
right? Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I think this is one of those things where they're not really showing the bad stuff the Corleone family does. But anyway, I don't feel too bad for him. But it must be difficult because, especially in that Italian culture where the man is the breadwinner and stuff, to have to be married to the daughter of like this powerful crime lord, you're kind of automatically overshadowed by this guy. Yeah. So, and here he is being overshadowed again by some other schnook.
I guess it just keeps happening throughout the whole movie.
No wonder he goes sour. What choice did he have?
Yeah, he keeps getting stepped over, and he thought there was something in it for him.
But that's the way Pop wanted it.
Yeah, it was not the way Carlo wanted it. Yeah, so he comes all the way from California.
What kind of trouble do you think he got in the last time he was talked to the Godfather?
Carlo?
Yeah, no, Johnny Fontane.
Johnny?
Because Tom says, he's probably in trouble again.
Oh, that's true. Oh, you know what? I don't know.
Gambling?
I don't know if this was in the book. Oh, boy. I don't have any notes, but I'll take a guess.
You're right.
Well, we know that the guy, that Don Corleone helped him with his career, helped him become a movie star. So probably something related to that. Maybe drug, alcohol abuse. Maybe they got him into rehab.
Wow.
Maybe. Or maybe not. He's still a big drinker. In the book, he drinks a ton.
Johnny Fontane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do people, I don't think people went to rehab back then.
I guess it didn't exist.
Yeah. They just like put him in the basement. Stop drinking, you idiot.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, moving on.
I have a question for you, Alex. If you were in a crowd when Johnny arrived, what chant would you try to get going in the crowd? Just something fun to pump up the scene.
I think I'd probably go like, act like a man.
Act like a man. Spend time with your family.
That's probably what I would do.
I mean, you could do our sign off, which is take the gun. Leave the cannoli. Take the gun.
Yeah, any people should know that you and I are both big fans of chants.
Oh, yeah. Because people don't do it enough anymore.
Yeah. So if you ever hang out with us, at one point or another, we're going to try to get like the restaurant to start doing a chant.
Yeah, an original chant. And our goal is always to get a chant that no one in the history of humanity has ever chanted before.
I think Act Like a Man might fall into that category. Do you think?
I can't think of... I mean, when else would anyone else a crowd be chanting, act like a man, act like a man?
Well, you're making him sound all angry.
Well, I mean, the context of that, when that line was spoken in the movie, Don Corleone was very angry. That was the most angry he probably is.
Well, that's probably true.
Yeah, I mean, he's pissed off.
Yeah.
He is pissed.
He gets so pissed off, he actually does an impression of him crying.
He does.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to get the
I know.
Anyway, we're getting ahead of
manhandles him. I want to pre-rate that scene. That's another $5.
Oh, well, of course. Yeah.
Of course.
That might be our first $6. Well, let's see what
Whoa,
happens when we get there.
Blow up the whole ranking system. So Hagen, as you said, is sort of downplaying it. In the book, Puzo wrote on page 33 that Hagen felt a twinge of jealousy when he heard Johnny arrive.
Everyone's jealous of Johnny.
I wonder why. Right?
Oh, so you think that's why he says, oh, he's probably in trouble again because he's trying to, he wants to kind of like remind him of past indiscretions.
Yeah. And so Johnny arrives, Mama calls him to the stage to sing.
Yes.
One difference between the book, I know I'm all
here for.
Johnny Bookworm today, but
Johnny
Bookworm, put down the book, sing us a song. Johnny looks over his shoulder, he's like, what?
The book is how to sing.
How to make your voice strong again. So Mama is the one who calls him to the stage to sing.
Yeah.
In the book, it's a childhood friend named Nino Valente calling him to the stage.
It's actually a stage.
I think I just wrote the stage.
Oh, okay.
But
It's
there
a
is, I guess the
metaphorical
band
stage.
is on a stage too. So
Well, they're not bandstand. You're a musician. You should know there's a big difference
That's
between a
true,
stage and a bandstand.
So I'd like to read a little part of the book because this goes into a little bit about the background, a little bit of Johnny Fontane. We'll get into Johnny Fontane more. But
So now here's Andy Robinson with an excerpt from Mario Puzo's The Godfather.
A familiar voice called.
no, wait, sorry, I'll
Do it as Fredo.
A familiar voice called from the bandstand. I can't do it. I know. How about giving us a song, Johnny? He looked up and saw Nino Valente smiling down at him. Johnny Fontane jumped up on the bandstand and threw his arms around Nino. They had been inseparable, singing together, going out with girls together until Johnny had started to become famous and sing on the radio. When he had gone to Hollywood to make movies, Johnny had phoned Nino a couple of times just to talk and had promised to get him a club singing date, but he had never done so. Seeing Nino now, his cheerful, mocking, drunken grin, all the affection returned.
Aww.
Nino began strumming on the mandolin. Johnny Fontane put his hand on Nino's shoulder. "This is for the bride," he said, and stamping his foot, chanted the words to an obscene Sicilian love song. So the book goes in quite a bit into, from this point.
Wait, did you say an obscene Italian love song?
Yeah.
I guess that well, we just had one already.
That's the
So
thing.
apparently Italian weddings are much filthier than you might
Definitely, yeah.
imagine.
Well, he wants to make Carlo more jealous, too.
Okay.
No wonder. I'm starting to feel sympathy for Carlo.
He sings a song about the time he had sex with Connie. That was the song he sings at the wedding.
Johnny! So the book, I won't go into it now, but the book does have a whole side story that continues from this point on with Johnny Fontane and Nino Valente in Hollywood. Nino goes out to
Spin-off.
a whole
Spin-off
spin-off
movie.
Oh, spin-off minute podcast?
Wait, what do you mean? Just when we
You want
make
to do a
up
whole
the
separate
adventures?
podcast?
Sure. We'll do that in the bonus content at the end of
Perfect.
the show. We'll come up with the adventures of...
Yeah, because everyone here wants to hear about the character that was cut out of the movie, right?
Yeah.
So interesting.
So yeah, she said, so in this scene in the movie, Mama says, in the script it says something in Italian, and then she says, then sing a song. But in the movie, she says something in Italian, and she just says, sing a song.
Oh, okay.
And according to one source, it said that she's saying, sing a song in the Italian language.
In Sicilian, and then she says it in English?
And then she says, sing a song.
Oh, interesting.
Which to me is always one of those funny, it's such a movie or like cliche thing to have someone use a foreign phrase and then immediately explain what that foreign phrase means Like, even though, why would you have said it if the person, you know what I mean? Like, that's what, like, Worf would do that all the time. It is, I'm going for my Bach-Nach ceremony, my coming of age.
Yeah.
You know,
so it's a
like
way
that kind of a thing.
to still keep the ethnic context
Yeah.
of the scene.
Yeah.
But still
not lose
bring
the audience.
people along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they just didn't use subtitles, but.
Yeah.
Although, it would have been obvious that she was sing a song. And the line does sound very dubbed to me.
Oh, does it?
When she says it, because it sounds very like, you know, she's facing away from the camera, and it sounds very like it sounds very dubbed into me. So I wonder if she originally just said it in Italian, and they were like, "Oh, have her say it in English too," because people aren't going to know. Maybe she's singing, "No, don't sing, don't sing. It's my daughter's wedding day." Carlo's mad enough as it is.
Johnny, don't sing. Your voice is already weak enough. We don't want you to lose your voice.
You don't come to a wedding and sing like that.
It's been 2 years since you've been here. What are you doing? She's all mad. That's actually why everyone's screaming.
They're scared, like, oh, what's the big showdown between Johnny and the Don?
Or no, the Anglo viewers think all the girls are really excited, but in reality, they're like mad at Johnny for not coming for 2 years.
And I guess anyway, in Italian. Andrew, repeat after me.
Go for it.
Contare uno canton.
Contare uno canton.
That means sing a song.
Sing a song.
There you go.
Cantare un canton. Cantare un canton. That's what they would chant too. That would be a chant they would.
Well, there would be cantare un canton, and then there would be the English-speaking people every now and then would go, sing a song. You know what I mean? So people wouldn't get
it'd be like, cantare un canton. Sing a song. Cantare. Actually, you could slip Connie's name in there, like cantare un canton a Connie.
So I guess
what else you got?
Well, speaking of screaming girls, I guess I should point out that, and the minute ends with the girls continuing to scream for Johnny.
Yeah.
So this is we'll go into this much later on. We'll go into this more in upcoming minutes. But Johnny Fontane, loosely based on Frank Sinatra, who was a crooner and singer, probably the most famous singer of the 20th century, maybe.
Well, interesting. More so than Elvis, Madonna.
That's a good question. Anyway, one of the most famous.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, well,
I know
anyway.
I know you've studied the life and times of Frank Sinatra.
Right. Yeah.
What was the level of his fame at the time Connie's wedding was taking place? Is 46? Is that right?
Yeah. Well, Frank Sinatra was kind of the original person who girls, like, before the Beatles. There was the Beatles, before them there was Elvis, and before Elvis there was Frank Sinatra. And he was the first person to, because I guess he was really the first one when, like, mass media became like a real thing where everyone could be exposed to a record.
They didn't have like the girls weren't screaming for Mozart.
Some of them were.
Wolfgang, I knew you'd come.
Right, us an oratorio. Right, us an oratorio. They're like saying, that's a song. Like, I don't sing. That's my Mozart imitation. I don't sing. Wipe out. So Frank Sinatra was the first person who had girls. They were called bobby soxers because they're teenage girls who wore bobby socks, which is that kind of like white, that kind of
classic
shoes,
looking.
Like probably older women were probably still wearing like nylons and stockings, and these girls were wearing socks.
Yeah.
And so they were called bobby
So the
soxers.
original sort of Frank Sinatra screaming girl fans were known as bobby soxers.
Bobby soxers.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
So
the girls at this wedding are probably bobby soxers.
Yeah. That would make sense. If you watch some old Bugs Bunny cartoons, Frank Sinatra occasionally shows up, and these girls are all like, Frankie! And they're all swooning because Frankie is there,
funny.
and it's Frank Sinatra.
Were those made in the 40s too?
Yeah, 30s up until the 60s, I guess. Yeah. So there'll be a lot more Frank Sinatra material coming up, but yeah, that's the Shrieking Girls, the original Beatlemania, Johnny Mania they call it, Fontanamania, or should they just call it Fontania?
Fontania.
Yeah. That sounds too much like just his name.
Fontanamania.
That's Fontanamania. So, yeah. So anything else for minute number 19?
No, this one is pretty straightforward. I actually don't have anything else in my notes. That's
All right.
it. Pretty straightforward. Johnny arrives. The girls go crazy. The guys are jealous. Carlo is fuming.
He is fuming.
You don't see it, but I just imagine he's
What did we
fuming.
did we come up with a topic for our post for our bonus game? I thought our bonus material. I thought we had something
For this one coming up?
I thought
Well, I still haven't revealed the results of my online quiz.
your quiz. All right,
could do
let's,
that.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll do that. And we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see what else. So.
We can take. You can read the questions to the quiz to me, even though I've taken it already, like we did last time.
Okay, so everyone, if you want to hear us discuss the internet quizzes that we took and other Godfather stuff, then go to godfatherminute.com/Patreon and you'll get to hear that.
And you can also find us on Facebook. What's the page, Alex?
Yeah, it's just if you look up Godfather Minute on Facebook, that's just you'll find it there. And we also have our little chat group, Fredo Corleone's Mickey Mouse Nightclub. So,
The only place where Fredo gets respect.
oh,
That's the tagline.
is that what he had over his rest? Like his nightclub? It would say the only place
Yeah.
where. Oh, that's so sad.
Well, it would be the only place where you get respect. So that's what the patrons would get when they all the downtrodden patrons would go to this club.
Oh, so his
the lowest level.
His club
of-
only appeals to downtrodden, frustrated beta males.
Yeah.
Who, oh yeah,
all the
it's a big audience.
Fredos of the world. Yeah, I mean it's huge. It's most men.
It's true. Right? Yeah, most people are not Michaels. Most people are Fredos.
Yeah, Fredo's Mickey Mouse nightclub, the only place you'll get respect.
All right, this is the stuff we should have been saving for the bonus.
Okay.
minute. All right, everyone. So until next week, leave the gun, take the cannoli on Godfather Minute.